Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? Are you actually shitting me? What are you doing? And welcome back to a brand new season of Rebuilding Bolton. If you're still enjoying it, drop a like on the video. That would be most fantastic. So, first episode I've recorded since Christmas. I hope you guys all had a great time. And I know it's been a difficult year for everybody. And if you were able to see your family, then that's fantastic. If you weren't, I hope you were able to contact them in some way. And I hope you get to see them soon. Now, since it is the start of the week, it's time to thank new patrons. This week it is John Howell. Thank you. Seriously. Thank you so much. That's amazing. You're all amazing. Let's get cracking with some transfer goodness. So, starting off with some chef's kiss level good news. The moment we got our club vision requirements after the season finished, by the way, Millwall did not get promoted. They didn't even get through to the final. QPR were knocked out in the final by Rotherham United in the end as Millwall failed to get promoted to the Championship. But that's not the point here. The board gave us our new club vision, which is nothing. Their club culture is blank. We can basically do what we want as far as the way we're going to play football this year. I didn't even have to ask them. My guess is that what will happen is at the end of this season, they'll give us some new visions for the culture based on the way that we play. And I'm all right with that. And that's fantastic. So the board, yet again, proving to be the absolute dons that we always hoped they could. Other good news, Regan Booty was naturally Player of the Year in League One last year, which was fantastic. Temenushkov, of course, won Top Scorer. I got Manager of the Year, which is nice. It's nice to finally get one. And we got Sligo Rovers as an affiliate club. I figured, why the hell not, basically. The board were up for it, and naturally they just seem to be up for anything at the moment. And that sort of ends the good news, to be honest, which is the sad time. I'm showing you RCN just because... love him, what a man. But it's been a very, very difficult summer as far as signings have gone. We've had this very weird problem, and I don't know if anyone else has experienced this. So Chelsea are our affiliate club. We can get players on loan from Chelsea. We have done throughout this period. And I started noticing a lot during last season that players would either come on loan, and then when their loan ended, they would no longer extend it. That happened. And then after a while, they just stopped accepting loan deals, which was very strange. But this summer, that has taken to a ridiculously new level. Every single Chelsea player I put a bid in for a loan deal, Chelsea accepted the loan, but the player rejected it. Every single time. And then I decided to put a loan bid in on a player that was like clearly well beneath us, just a really poor Chelsea youth player, but they had bids probably for like National League South level. Even he rejected us. So I don't understand why Chelsea's players refuse to come on loan here anymore. Particularly as they always get game time because we always, bring in decent players from Chelsea. So I don't know what that's about. So I haven't been able to bring in any loan players from Chelsea at all, which means Webster has now gone as well. And sadly, a lot of the players we've been in for in general, be it free signings or paid, mostly free signings, obviously, even though with our money I wanted to plough it into the wages because we had to give players new contracts and, the level we're at, they needed more money. There was one guy who was released, I can't remember who it was by, and we were looking after him for ages. We had the contract there, it was all agreed, he was going to be on like £6,500 a week, which is quite a lot of money for us. Obviously our wages have gone up still. And then he joined a club in the National League, and I don't know why. Obviously on way less money than that. And I guess you could argue it's about game time, but he would have been playing for us regularly. Like, he was a 3.5, 4-star player. What? It was Notts County, in case you're interested. And I don't get it, why a player would choose to join a National League side over a Championship side when we're offering them more money and it was a first-team player. That's really weird to me. There's been some very strange transfers going on this summer. Players are all over the shop, but we have still done some business, which we're going to walk you through now. I just don't think it's been a very good summer for us so far. Still more time to go and still more budget to spare, but it's been a real difficult one. We've lost out on a lot of players that were on the fence about joining us and then have just joined teams in lower divisions. Our rep seems to have really, not done well for us lately, but that's enough complaining. We've got to focus on the positives, and that's the players we have brought in. So first things first, it's Akinfenmewo. He's here on a permanent deal. The 24-year-old Nigerian joins us on a free transfer from Norwich City. I felt like he's done well enough over the past few seasons that he deserved a place, and so we have done it. £8,200 a week. So obviously, like I said, our wages are now massive because the bottle was not gonna, we couldn't keep the genie in the bottle on wages anymore. But I was okay with that. To get him on a free transfer, he's worth £3 million straight off the bat. I think this is a great piece of business because he's a player that we have a history with. I'm always happy to have Akinfenmewo back. Next up is this lad. This is Harley Ewan, who's coming on a free transfer from Rangers. He was on loan at Falkirk last year, and admittedly, this was a bit of a panic buy in many ways because I saw some of his attributes and there was already bids on the table. I was like, crap, this is one of the few players we did actually manage to get with other clubs competing for him. And I saw the jumping reach. And at the time, his pace was 11 to 15. So I thought, naturally we get 11. And that's my fault for not scouting him properly. But I felt that we had to kind of get in on there. And frankly, I still think he's pretty good. I've got him working on his aerial right now. So his bravery and heading will definitely improve. Great tackling, though. Great positioning as well. Pretty aggressive. Needs to work on his bravery, though. Great natural fitness and jumping reach as well, though, for Harley Ewan. Next up is the first of those released Premier League players. There was only a few this time around. I think this is probably the last season where it's going to be effective for us to do this. But this is the first. Charlie Mcpherson, another Scot. Mainly just because 5-star potential on basically no money. It was worth it for us on a 5-year deal with an extension on that one as well. Then there's Mark Kelleher, another of these sort of players. He's come on a free transfer from Manchester City. He is on a bit more money and is potentially going to go out on loan, but look at this. 19 bravery, 17 aggression, 14 heading. Marking is only 11, which isn't great, but still not too bad for an 18-year-old. Tackling of 15, 6'4", natural fitness is amazing. Jumping reach is pretty solid. He isn't the quickest, got great concentration. His positioning is the one thing that really kind of lets him down. But I think Mark Kelleher is a pretty solid player, to be honest. And the last of those players is this lad, Graham Goldston. So Rodo Richards wouldn't come back on loan either. I don't know what's going on. It wouldn't seem to let us extend any of the loans of our players. It wasn't that the button wasn't available. It just said that the player would refuse to. They just rejected all the contracts. Very weird. So regardless, we had this guy coming in, Graham Goldston. Now, I don't think he'll be our backup striker this year by any means. Although, frankly, I'm tempted to give him a try. He's on a free transfer from Liverpool. I mean, you can see why I was interested in him, quite simply. 17 finishing at the age of 18. Now, obviously, you need more than just that, and his composure and decisions need to be worked on, but that's what we're getting him on right now. Very aggressive, decent technique, penalty taking is not too bad either. Dribbling's a little low, he's got good acceleration, he's 6 foot tall, his jumping reach is very, very nice. Not bad physicals for an 18-year-old. I like him, and with that 17 finishing, I do think that he's just going to get goals sometimes as well. If we could get his mentals really going down, again, on a free transfer, I think Graham Goldston could be an interesting player. He'll definitely get games in the Cups this year. I don't want to loan him out until he's got a bit more competency. And now the first of our paid signings. This is Petr Lostack, a Czech right winger who's coming from Victoria Pilsen. Now you're thinking, what about work permits, Matt? Yeah, no, he doesn't have one. But it was one of those situations where he was so cheap and so good that I actually thought that we could get away with not having a work permit for him immediately, getting a long-term deal, because I think this guy will play for the Czech Republic one day. 10 crossing, 16 dribbling, 16 first touches, passing is decent. He's very, very quick and pacey, which is nice. A good flair and off the ball. His anticipation is decent. He's got great bravery as well. I like this guy a lot. £53,000 he's cost us, so you can see why I was kind of willing to take the deal. Now, obviously his wages are a bit higher, but I genuinely do believe that this is the kind of guy that could potentially get a work permit, and having him here long enough could make a big deal when he's so young. And I just think that perhaps for that kind of price, it was worth a punt for us just to bring him in for a little bit. Next up is a loan signing, Barley Mumba. Now, the reason I was interested in him is, firstly, we've got a good record with Norwich. They like us. They're willing to loan us players. We've got, I think Jamie McCallum is actually back, is he not? I swear I extended that loan. Sam McCallum, not Jamie McCallum. I've got to get that right. So yes, actually, he is the only player that would extend his contract with us on a loan deal. So he is also back. So we've actually got wing-backs from both sides from Norwich City with Barley Mumba and Sam McCallum, along with Akinfenmewa in the middle. We're basically building a Norwich City backline. But on a loan sign from Norwich. Now, he is on £6,500 a week, but the main reason I wanted this guy is because he's versatile. Oh my God, is he versatile. So he can play here, and obviously I'm going to, train him to play here. But the key thing about him is he's got a fairly strong left foot, which means when we do play him here, he's going to find this relatively comfortable compared to some other players that might do in these positions. And he kind of ticks a lot of the boxes, minus the flair and the long shots. We needed an inverted wing-back to play in that role, basically, and I figured he was the best bet since I couldn't seem to find anybody on a permanent deal. I am potentially looking at James Bree from Luton Town, but that is he's not fully scouted yet, so I'm not sure where we stand on that one yet. Nevertheless, he's a shadow striker on loan from Watford for the season, only on £5,000 a week, which last year would have been eye-watering, but now, considering some of the loan signings, it's actually not that bad. Decent physicals in terms of his speed and whatnot. Finishing isn't spectacular, but 17 composure. So when he does get in behind, he could do some stuff for us. Dribbling and first touch are solid. He kind of ticks a lot of the boxes, basically, for this role. So having him in there to rotate around with Daniel Kemp is very, very good news. But yeah, Sonny Lurverton's in. I'm curious to see what he can do for us this season. And now, the big signing, I would say so. This is Henry Lawrence on a free transfer. Sorry, not a free transfer. What am I talking about? 325 grand he cost us from Chelsea. 325 grand. I think this is a good deal. Now, yes, he isn't quite large money, but he does have a £19 million release clause. So, were we to make a deal here, we could definitely make money on a player like Henry Lawrence were he to perform. And again, he's an insanely versatile player who really, given that he has a reasonable left foot as well, could actually cover this position, this position. Heck, I could even dump him up here, to be honest, if we absolutely needed him to at this point. And that's what I'm really going for, versatility in this squad. So Henry Lawrence, £325,000. Chelsea were trying to get rid. And yes, we promised that we would improve the midfield, because we are actually planning on improving the midfield. However, annoyingly, it didn't seem to count me signing the loan signing, which is fine, because I do expect us to try to bring in another right winger at some point. Hopefully we won't piss him off, because that would kind of suck, but hey, it's one of the risks you got to take to bring in a player like Henry Lawrence. Our rep seems to have really just been in the bin, but hey, that's a challenge. I like a challenge. That's what we've certainly got ourselves at this point. So there will obviously be more signings coming in. I absolutely want to sign a right-sided player. Hands down. Hopefully that will still count as a midfielder, but we'll see what Henry Lawrence thinks about that, since apparently he gets to make our transfer decisions now. So we're starting off away at Stoke City today. Don't know how easy or hard that's supposed to be. Let's see, Stoke City are, well, you know, I mean, we're expected to just about survive. The board have said that we're basically supposed to avoid relegation this year, and that seems fair. I think we're capable of doing that, but I do still think we are going to need a couple more signings. So obviously changes will be made to this team, without a shadow of a doubt. Lots of them. So Temenushkov up front, of course. Low Everton there. Porteous out on the right-hand side. Booty, frankly, to left-back right now. Famewo, Critchlow, Noble, and Good. McCallum will not play here. I want to be playing Bali Mumba here, although he hasn't got full match finish just yet. I want to try him out there, but we've got options now, which is nice. Lawrence can play all over the shop, and again, that's really, really nice. Without Webster, so we're going to have to go with Smith and Lawrence in the midfield. I was looking at a guy who was perfect for the box-to-box role, but again, like I said, he joined Notts County. The other hilarious thing about Daniel Kemp complaining about being replaced was that he got a lower back stress fracture like 2 days later after I'd promised him that he'd play. So it does seem that we kind of got away with that one, because he's not going to be able to play during that window anyway, because he's going to be out for 8 weeks. It certainly hasn't been the window I wanted, but I still think we're good enough regardless. And remember, all we need to do this season is avoid relegation. And I think we're definitely capable of doing that, because I don't really want to compromise our style of play. I want to still be playing our swashbuckling attacking play with our weird-ass system, because that's part of the fun of this save, is getting to try out stuff like this and seeing how far we can take it. And I really do want it to be more about the recruitment side of things in this save a little bit. So Matthew Smith is also a little bit annoyed at me, because I refused to give him 15 grand a week. Imagine that. Long ball downfield. Should be easily won by Good, and it is in the end. Mumba with, I don't know what he's thinking there. Why? Just play it back to the goal. Oh, God. I don't know what Mumba's trying to do there. Woodburn, Campbell, and it's off the post, and it's in on the rebound for Leonardo Campagna. That all seemed to come from a very bizarre clearance from Mumba, who had lots of time there to just bring that down, and he just didn't. Great work from Stoke, though. Once his ball is into this central area, we should be doing a bit better, but it's very, very quick football from Woodburn and Woods, and, I mean, that's just a really nice goal. Frustrating the fact that, just whatever. Right, Lawrence now. Can he find the ball through for Temenushkov? Yes, he can. Great first touch from Temenushkov. Oh, and he's missed it. That was the chance. Lovely pick out from Henry Lawrence there to find him, but he just couldn't do the job, and that's a concern, because he's going to need to be a key source of goals. Oh, look at this from Mumba getting down the right-hand side here. Will he be able to cut back across? No, is the long and short answer to that question. Although Campbell, Isgrove's in there, can he square it? Temenushkov blocked, Isgrove shot on target, and wow. Well, I mean, you can't say the chances haven't been there for us. We created a couple of really strong opportunities and didn't take them. Must do better in the second half, but it's nice to see we're creating the chances in this game so far, which is a good thing. It's just frustrating when we miss them, because, I mean, Temenushkov's been put through twice now and has failed to convert either of them. He needs to get some of that form from last season back. We turn this into a draw, and I'd say that's a very good result. Booty around the side for Low Everton, though. This is good. Nice little run. Booty's still there for him, and he's going to get it back eventually. Booty, go on, son. What's Regan Booty got for us here? Oh, what a lovely ball! And a great save from Sluga in goal for Stoke City. What a beautiful cross from Regan Booty. Should be mopped up. Why is he not pushing that? We're allowing people to get forward for no reason at the moment. Navarro. The whole point of a libero is to get in that position and do stuff. Navarro. And he has absolutely rinsed him there. And Campagna. And it's easily stopped by Ziga. Woods. We need some good clearances here. And it's well headed away. Temenushkov will clear this. And it's going to go to Low Everton. Temenushkov needs to make a run for him, though. He's not going to be able to do this by himself, I don't think. Although he's going to get in the box, though. Can he pull it back for someone? There's options. Isgrove's one of them. Lawrence! Oh, what a stop by Sluga. Great effort from Henry Lawrence there, and it could well have been 1-1. Better. Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? Are you actually shitting me? What are you doing? I think Samantha Mumba would have done a better job than that, mate. What was that? Played okay. Disagree. I mean, we've still kind of got to go for it here, because we are only a... Oh, my God. What in the actual hell are we doing in this match? Okay, they need time to gel. Let's say that. That's the thing. I don't know who Fameo is trying to pass that ball to. Great finish, though, from Leonardo Campagna. That is composure personified there. He's teased them with the potential of actually getting that to say, what on earth is going on? Campagna's gone past one defender. Around the side for Campbell. Surely he's offside there. Nope. It is 3-0 to Stoke City. I mean, I think he's not offside because the defender's just dropped really, really deep. Yeah, no, yeah, he has. Once again, it's a frustrating one whether it's the deflection or the rebound that's gone in, but there you go. Which means we're going to be missing him for 3 games now. He's literally played his first game for the club, Woodburn and Barlow, and actually now it's 4-0 to Stoke. Good Christ. So it's been a far from ideal start to the season. Watch this go in as well. Oh no, Ziga's managed to make the stop on that one. 4-0 to Stoke City. Hey, it's going to be a tough one. Oh my God, I thought he was going to kick it straight at him then. I actually thought he was going to kick him straight at him. It's been an absolute comedy of a performance from us. We're going to be in for a tough season, but I don't think this game is completely indicative of how we're expecting the whole season to go. Like the red card, missing good chances, weird mistakes all over the pitch. We've got to improve on that, of course, but I don't think it's going to be 4-0s every single match by any stretch of the imagination. I think we've shown a lot when this game was 1-0 to Stoke, that there's definitely a lot on offer from us this season. Hopefully we can kick things on. If Temenushkov, can start finding the net, we've got options. As what a save from Ziga. That was very nearly 5-0. What is this game as it's now 4-0 to Stoke City? Final score, shitty performance from us in general. I still think that 4-0's a bit harsh, but they really did take over. Once the red card happened, that was it. Reinforcements are definitely going to be needed. So, starting the next episode, of course, at home against Blackpool. It's going to be quite a short one, the next one, just because I am very, very pushed for time today, unfortunately. But then we'll get stuck in properly later in the week. So, we'll probably do Blackpool and Bristol City away as the live comms for the next episode. So, if you've enjoyed this episode, I hope you have, in spite of that, drop a like on the video. That'd be cool. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. That'd be sick too. I stream on Twitch Tuesdays, Thursdays, and at the weekend, so go follow there as well. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Hold your gun, capybara. Bye-bye.